Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links, you guessed it, in the description box below. So what do I have going on for you for today? Today, I'm bringing to you the Christmas tier tray, and along with that tray are several quick and easy Dollar Tree DIYs that are only gonna cost you $1 to do. I love DIYs like that. I love that they are quick and easy, but boy, oh boy, do they pack a punch when you just put a little bit of DIYing into them. Today's tiered tray I'm excited about because it turned out amazing. I love Christmas, I love red truck, so you can almost guarantee you're gonna see a red truck or two on this tiered tray. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let's do some quick and easy Dollar Tree DIYs that are perfect for a tiered tray for Christmas. Let's get to it. Alrighty, let's dive on into this, and I'm going to start off by showing you the colors that I will be using for today's tiered tray. I will be using some of Waverly's chalk paint in the color of Crimson and Fern. And with that red and green, I will be adding some of this chocolate brown by Hello Hobby. And along with that, of course, I will be incorporating some of Waverly's ink and white chalk paint as well. When I do a tiered tray or several DIYs for a holiday or a season, I tend to stick with the same color. So when I do that, I like to buy these plastic bins that you can get at Michael's. They come in a 3-pack. They have a lid on them, which makes them great. And I like to mix a fair amount of paint, so that way I don't use up all the paint and then I'm left with trying to match up the color again. And what I mean by matching it up is because these colors are so bright, I am going to add, I add brown to it to rustic it up, to kind of mute out that brightness, give it a duller look, darken up that red and that green just a bit. Less is better when starting out adding the brown, because if you add a bit too much brown to red, it can turn out purple. And so you want to start out with just a little, and if you want to darken up that red more, just add bit by bit. And I suggest you do that with the red and the green, but the red, it's a bit more touchy because, like I said, it can turn into purple if you add a bit too much brown to it. Jumping on into these quick and easy DIYs, you can find these wood trucks. Now they're in the craft section. Love it. You know me with trucks. Not going to pass up this. I'm going to go ahead and remove the head because I don't need a head on this. And I am going to give this a good couple coats of the red paint. Where there's a tiered tray, there's an embellishment pack. This is a combination of vinyl and die cuts. These are available in Linda's Etsy store for, guess what? Instant digital download for $2.50. If you want her to cut and send them to you with free shipping, it's going to cost you a whopping $6. You can find the link to Linda's Etsy store, guess where? Yes, in the description box below. So with this truck, I'm not going to walk you through step by step what I do to each of these DIYs, because you can see that I went ahead and did the tires black, added some stitching because I'm going to add stitching because it really finishes it off. And I figured that this would be fun to add some of these trees that you can get at Dollar Tree. And you can see that the embellishment that I picked up for this is a 25. Haha, dun-dun-dunch. I'm going to go ahead and glue this tree onto the back. And I figured a wreath on the front end would be a fun finishing touch. I really thought this was perfect when I saw it, picked it up knowing I was going to use it for this tiered tray, this wood DIY church. So with this, I went ahead and started off with a base coat of white, and for the trimming, I decided to go in with some black. There will be a fair amount of stitching added to this because it just looks too plain, people, without it. You can say that you're tired of the stitching. I'll never get tired of it because I love how much it adds to a DIY. It really does add a lot of personality, and it gives it that quilted look that I absolutely love around this time when doing these Christmas DIYs. And so to this top window up here, I'm going to add a wreath because what else would you put up there? And I figured just to add something a bit more, we'd add some of the mistletoe right above this arch here. Yes. Hope you all picked up these wood sleds when you saw them. Picked up 3 of them because they had 3 different styles, but for this DIY, I'm gonna use the solid base here. And again, for this one, I'm gonna stick with the black and white theme, doing the base of the sled black, the seated part white, and of course I went in with some stitching, and instead of adding twine, I am going with the black and white gingham ribbon. Yes, I couldn't help it. I love black and white gingham ribbon, especially around Christmas time. Now remember, this is your DIY. You're gonna make it your own. You're gonna take what you like, leave what you don't. You're gonna get creative, and it's gonna suit your decor style. I'm doing it to suit my decor style just by simply changing up the colors. It's so easy, and you're gonna do that, and it's gonna be yours, and you're gonna like it more than you like mine maybe. And to the seated part of this sled, we've got a cute vinyl that says Sleigh Rides 25 cents. Now, if you can't find the sled, use a plaque and decorate and DIY just a plain rectangle or square plaque that Dollar Tree has. Alternatives, yes. This ceramic truck, yeah, I found it in Utah. So glad I ran across it because I knew I wanted to add it to this tray. To this, I did start off with just a base coat of the red over the entire part of the truck. You can see there, no sense in trying to paint each detail separately because you can just go over it and it's gonna make it easier, those elevated parts anyway. Then I'm just gonna go back in and add some details. Remember, we're not looking for perfection because sometimes the more imperfect something is, the more perfect it is. Every red truck at Christmas time needs a wreath on the front grille there, and so that is what I'm putting here. You can see that with this, when I painted it, I really just kept it simple, went in with some silver for the windows and the headlights and the mirrors and I guess the fenders and whatnot, and just kept it really simple. And look at how cute it turned out. Christmas equals Christmas lights. How fun are these ornaments? To these, I want them to stand up. And so I'm gonna add just a bit of hot glue to the bottom here, and I'm gonna attach it to none other than a wood cube. And this is gonna make our lights stand up. I'm so trying not to be repetitive. If it seems like it is, it's because it is. There's 2 of these light bulbs. One's gonna get a coat of red, and this one here, yes, a coat of green. The base of these light bulbs are gonna get wrapped in some of that gingham ribbon. I'm just looking for places to add this because I love it. It'll add just a bit of pattern to a solid DIY, meaning a solid color DIY. Adding some pattern just kind of makes your eye gravitate toward it. And again, it gives it more personality. Where there would be a twine bow, there's gonna be a ribbon bow. And Linda came up with a couple of vinyls for this. Merry and Bright. How about this wood Merry Christmas ribbon sign? I like it. Typically, I'd probably be adding some kind of a Scrabble word to it that says Christmas or winter, but because I saw this, I thought this was the perfect alternative to that. To the back of this, I did, however, add 2 of the wood cubes just so it would stand up. I don't show doing that. But yeah, I did do that just so it would stand up. One of my favorite DIYs to add to the tiered trays are those stacked books. Love the look of them, and you can achieve that just by taking a 1x4, cutting it up. I want to say that these are 5 inches long. If you don't have the tools to cut it, ask one of the workers at Lowe's or Home Depot. They will allow you a couple free cuts, and just by painting them and adding a title to the binding, you have got an adorable set of stacked books. I like to add ribbon to it and top it off with a bow. I was browsing through the ornaments because we all know Dollar Tree has the best ornaments ever for $1. I saw this sled and thought that this would be so fun, but the colors, they don't work for me. So I'm gonna make it work for me just by disassembling it and giving it a good coat of some red paint here at the top. And the bottom part is gonna get black. I did want to line the inside of the sled. It's these fine details that really take a DIY over the top. And to do that, I'm just using some round cotton. Yeah, why not? And I'm going to make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the red bow, and I'm gonna replace it with my black and white gingham, but I am keeping this, what is this? This branch? What do you call this? I mean, it's a pine branch, a pine decorative piece. Why not? And I'm gonna hot glue this onto the back of the sled and top it off with the bow. On the sides, Linda came up with some cute little embellishments that you can add anywhere on your DIY, and these snowflakes I thought I'd add to the sides of this sled. Yes. So if I'm being honest, I was browsing through my stash in the garage and I saw these salt and pepper shakers and thought, okay, these would make really cute snowmen for the tray. So I went ahead, I painted them, I added the stitching, and once I added the stitching, I wasn't feeling it as a snowman anymore. And so I just decided to just make them simple salt and pepper shakers. If you want to make them snowmen, it would be really easy just to add some eyes, a carrot nose, and a mouth. Michaels has these 24 packs of tags for $1. You can't beat it. They're in my stash. I usually incorporate these into my tier tray because why not? If I have 24 of them, I might as well. It's an easy DIY, and I feel like the tags are just really cute to add. Instead of a twine string, I'm gonna go with the gingham here, again, just to add some personality, add a bit of pattern to it. And the die cut designed for this is from Santa. Now, when I put these die cuts on, I'm not using just a flat tape or hot glue. I am using Dollar Tree's foam tape because I like that elevated look. We can't have a Christmas tier tray without a tree, and this is perfect. It's the perfect size, so I went ahead and gave it a good coat of the green. What other color would I do it? Well, maybe silver if you really wanted to, or white. I'm gonna stick with green. To the detailing, I'm gonna use my white puffy paint. The detailing shows through the paint, so it's pretty easy to follow along. And so just following along with that, I figured I'd add that to the center and to each of the tips of the tree. Whoa, I decided to add just a bit of snow as well, or puffy paint in this instance. Adding berries is easy to do just by taking your paintbrush and just dabbing some dots on there. How fun are these ceramic DIY ornaments? You're getting 2 in a pack. On the top of each of these ornaments, we've got this hole for the string or the hanger. I don't much want it on there, so I'm just taking my wire cutters and gently kind of breaking it off, chipping away at it. Then I'm gonna go in with some sandpaper just to smooth it out a bit. And yes, again, because I want these ornaments to stand up, I'm gonna add one of the wood cubes to the back of each of them. Look at how fun these are. So with the ribbon, if you just add some stitching, it's gonna really make the ribbon pop a bit more than just leaving it a solid color. Yeah, I thought these were fun. Another one of my favorite DIYs to add to each tier tray is the sundae, and you can do it using these mini mason jars that you can find at Dollar Tree. Gave it a coat of the red paint, added some stitching to the neck to disguise it, added some of the gingham ribbon, and Linda's embellishment for this is the warm winter wishes. Love that. Gonna top it off with a bow. Now, when it came to filling this up, I didn't show it in today's DIY, but I went ahead and filled up the empty space in the jar with sand all the way to the top, went in with some caulking to make the whipped cream. Add a paper straw, go ahead and paint it, and some sprinkles on top of that whipped cream while it's wet so it'll stick, and you will end up with this cute sundae here. Christmas time is baking time, right? Dollar Tree has these cute plastic bowls in the party section, so I went ahead and gave these each a coat of the red, green, and white, added some stitching, and I want to stack these. And so just by placing some hot glue in there and stacking them, you can awkwardly stack them, and it really just kind of adds some character and personality to it. And there are a couple embellishments that go on the side of each of these bowls. Oh my goodness, as well. I don't even know what I was gonna say. And to the top of this, I didn't show it again, but I did go ahead and add some sand and filled in with some caulking. Yeah, and kind of just made it look like a whipped cream that was being mixed in a mixing bowl. For a spoon, just added a popsicle stick. Couldn't get my hands on the ceramic Santa or the snowman, but I saw these metal figurines. colors don't match perfectly, but guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna make it work, and we're just gonna paint over these and make it match our theme. Easy. In this embellishment pack, Linda added a bunch of lights, a bunch of candy canes that you can just place wherever you want. And so I thought it'd be cute to have a candy cane in Santa's hand and a candy cane in Frosty's hand. And this last DIY is a repeat. It's the round stand-up frame. And so I like this one. It was one that I had in my stash. We designed this embellishment that fits perfectly in it. And yes, this is gonna add some height to the tier tray. You wanna have things on your tray that are different heights, different shapes. You wanna add pattern to it because it really just kind of breaks everything up. And so with this, I am going to finish it off with a gingham bow. Of course I am. And here we have our 2021 Christmas tiered tray. Now, do I expect you all to do each of these DIYs? I don't. I kind of do multiples just to kind of give you an idea, to give you options. You pick which ones you like depending on the size of your tray or where you're putting it. And yeah, it's just to give you some ideas so you can pick and choose what you like to add to your tray. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? It's going out to Christine Moffett, who is bringing to us her recreation of my plaque hanger, the Santa, snowman, and tree hanger to be exact. How fun is this? I love that you put your own spin, your own twist, and you made it your own. Thank you for sharing your creation with us today, Christine. Oh my goodness, we are so lucky. Look who has uploaded again, Kayla. You want to head on over to her channel and see what she's up to today. Guess where you can find the link to today's video? In the description box below, right next to Linda's Etsy store link. I did. I went traditional. Can you believe it? I did. I was really feeling the reds, the greens, and the whites this year. I was originally going to go with the gingerbread theme, and I think that may be the theme I go with next year. But this year I was feeling those traditional colors, just putting kind of that rustic spin on them, and I couldn't be happier with the way this tiered tray turned out. Remember, this is a very versatile piece, so it can really be done to suit any decor style just by simply changing up the colors. I hope you all enjoyed today's Christmas tiered tray 2021. This is the last tiered tray for 2021, so you'll have to stay tuned for 2022 when I bring you the farmhouse tiered tray. That'll be the next tray. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to 5,000 likes, because like I always say, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true, each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please. And bye for now, everybody.